Hey y'all, it's Anthony of Center Still Studio working on Spell Venture, just setting up all of my Twitch stuff. This is the first day of streaming for a Monday morning at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. If you're joining me from across the pond, good day, good morning, well, good afternoon I guess for you. It is 7 a.m. here for me. Let me go ahead and switch this up. Basically, maybe I'll turn this down just a tad. There we go. So I can hear the music, maybe you can too. I'm going to go ahead and do a pull from Git just to see, make sure we have everything we need. And Spellventure is an open world, first person exploration puzzle game. There is challenge, you can die, you take damage from various environment obstacles, etc. And you are tasked with finding your father. You visited his home, he is not there, and you have to go into the world and find him. And in order to find him, you have to go from dungeon to castle to dungeon. There are between 5 to 7 of them. We're still in very early stages, we're still developing as a sandbox. But there'll be 5 to 7 major spells, major areas that you have to kind of plunder through to receive these major spells, and each major spell is able to move you through the next dungeon utilizing that spell. For instance, there is the light spell, which enables you to see in the dark. It also, you can cast it in certain areas and in certain sequences that enable you to complete sequence puzzles, to get through rooms, to get through whole dungeons. And there are spells that are like that. There's a haste, which doubles your movement speed, which also doubles your jump speed, or jump distance, which can enable you to leap chasms that you wouldn't otherwise be able to leap. So the game is going to be full of those, and it looks like this. It is a low poly, low detail, like low res. You can see there it's all pixelated. It's none of it's high res. Come on. There we go. Okay, so one thing we want to do is... Okay, so we have a throne room. I want to denote that this is going to the dungeon. This is going to the guard area. Just give me time to change my mind. I know it's hard, I'll see right through ya. Cool. Where is the song? Okay, so I'm gonna put plaques above these doors is what I want to do. Let me double check and make sure. Is there anything else I wanted to do before this? I guess I can go and change these berries. Paradise. Let's see. Godly items for free, please. Berry health. There we go. I don't wanna say goodbye, I don't wanna die, the wind's living. Okay, cool. Go and save that. It's just a train, never forgiven. Alright. I won't break I won't fall, I won't forget you. Okay, it's gonna get a little bit complex. We open up Blender, we have our door, we don't want the frame. We'll make different doors too. I'm still testing out the kinds of doors we're gonna be making. Or that we are making, blah blah blah, but I can always change anything that I want to change. Okay, so what I want to do is I want this plaque to look like those. How's it look right now? It looks pretty good. It's pretty good. It looks pretty good. Look at those UVs, man. That is a nightmare. But that's the way we're going to be doing it. Maybe we'll do this differently, I think. Okay, we're going to take the same basic shape, but we're going to be doing it a bit differently. Cool. Is it the same width? It is kept the same width. That's funny. Cool. Then we're going to bring... It's cool. That looks good. Then we're going to be taking... Yeah, we're going to take this off, I think. Yeah, we're going to take the face off. We don't need it. That leaves us with 10 tries. That's pretty darn good. And that's cool. Woo. Very cool. Alright, now, so we have that. That's good for now. But we want to put in letters, right? This is actually going to be the perfect time to do this. So we're going to put in... Okay. So one thing that Nicholas really wants in this game is the ability for... Actually, not the ability, but the challenge for the player to actually learn his or her own language in the game their own way. So you actually move through the game, you move through the world, and you'll see lettering, and the lettering is the individual unique language of the game, right? So we'll have our own language. We got to figure out how to determine the cipher for that, how the player would actually learn that, but everything that you see will not be in English. It will, like in our English language, it will be not a worldly language, it will be the language of the game. So that's pretty difficult. But that's one thing that Nicholas really wants in, that's one thing I think will be really cool to have in. So we will put it in. However, how do we do that? No idea. So what we want right now is we have two doors. We have this door here on the left. I'm sorry. There we go. So we have the door to the throne room. This does not look like a door to a throne room, so I will make new doors, because those look super ugly. But then you have the door on the left, which will lead down the hall, around a corner to a guard post, like the guard barracks, so to speak, where the guards are. And then you'll have a door on the right, which will lead down into a dungeon. And the idea is, in order to get past this throne room, you have to get 2 keys of light. And you have to get 1 key from in there, 1 key from in there. So as I determine exactly how we're going to do that, it'll still... As I determine how we're going to do that, I can at least build these out for now. So silver and... I don't know which one I like more. I like this one. I think I like metal more. Let's just change this up. This doesn't look like it. Cool. Alright, I like that. Nah, yeah, but it still doesn't match the key though, so that's what sucks about it. Let's match the key. cool. There we go. Go and save that. Always save. Always, always, always save. Really hope this music doesn't kick me out of the upload whenever I go to send this on to YouTube. Alright, so I think that is, so if you take a look at this, this is going to go right above the door, like so. Make sure it's actually in the wall here. Cool. We're also going to put little, do we gotta put ecospheres here? I think. Let's see. We can just take them out like this. Just like that, and then we will erase everything from here over. Right. Bring it all up. Oh, basically what I want is like little rivets. Alright, so we're gonna smash this like that. Cool. Just go. Oh. Pretty cool. Alright, pretty beautiful. Let's get this. 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 Okay. Cool. That is, however, tons of tries. So let's do this. Selected by selection, or separated by selection. We're going to smooth it out, but then we're going to add a decimate. We're going to cut it in half, because that's just a ton of polys. A ton of polys for this little guy. I mean, I'd say this game is low poly, but look at me just freaking adding a million polys to it. Alright, that's a little bit better. I don't know, man. How can I do this better? I guess I could. Let's try this. Let's add a cylinder. 6. How many tries is that? 20. That's not bad. And then we'll do. Let's get rid of that. Okay. Nice. Just go. Okay. It's a little bit better. It's 16 tries. Yeah, that's better than. It pretty much has the effect that we want. There we go. Whoops. Alright, that's good. It's pretty sweet. Alright. Alright. That's about it right there. We got our little nice. Okay, cool. So we have rivets, which are nice. Cool. 74. It's not bad. 74 is like really tiny. I mean, it's insane what people are making. People are like, "This is low poly, 4,000 polys for an object." Like, I am sorry, but that is not low poly. Like, it just, I see people just like with all these extraneous polygons. You do not need all of that stuff on it. You do not need tiny indentations in your cupboards and dressers and beds. It's completely superfluous. Okay. Rotation scale. Now what we have to do is mark the center. Pretty good. do. There we go. Just make sure these all work. Basically just aligning all of these so they look nice. Alright. And those look nice too. Okay, so let's do this. This is like a rusted metal. That's what this is going to be. No, we're not going to save over that. We are going to export the OBJ. Selection only. Do not write materials. We are in Dungeon Rooms Door 02. We're going to go Plaque 01. And we're going to save those. Save those. Cool. Plaque. Boom. Alright, good. Minimize that. Then we're going to go ahead and bring it in. And we're going to set it up above these doors just to denote that they're there. Let's see, we're going to go to the prefabs dungeon, right here. Do we want that? Ross is what we want. Alright, I'm going to grab him and drag him in. Spell Venture. Yep, it's in blend file. Warm. Black 01. Gotcha. Come on in. Alright. Black 01. Oh, that's awesome. See, and I added enough to the x-axis so that it can stick out, and then we're going to add a rust material to it. There you go. That rust is really angering me because it is not seamless. We gotta make it seamless. Alright, I'm 20 minutes in, we've got 40 minutes. Let's keep working at it. Come on, open up, open up, open up. Open up, open up, open up. Open up, open up, open up, and open up. Open up. Cool. Open. Open up. Right. Spell Venture. I think it's going to be in metals. Let's check. It is. Pretty nice. Alright, so it's not seamless. So here's how we're going to fix this. Make sure we add an out channel, make sure we save. Erase. Under these. Go nuts, my friend. And then delete the interior, and then take this. I'm sorry, this. Oh, whoa, whoops. First, we have to make it seamless. It's a little early. It's just a little bit early. Make seamless. There we go. That's not bad. It's not bad by itself, actually. Oh, I apologize for the shower next to the wall. There we go. So that's better now. It's seamless. Turn the music off for now. Yeah. 5-10 minutes. Okay, so there's that. Okay, cool. So that is seamless now. We're going to go ahead and export that. Spell Venture. spraying textures though. Yeah, here we go. Okay, cool. Go ahead and do that. Save that, minimize. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Come on. Alright. Metal load 2, we're going to show and explore. And we're just going to go ahead and bring it on in. There we go. When we replace that, it's just automatically going to work. Boop, just like that. Now it's nice and seamless. Beautiful. Except that top is super ugly. So is that bottom. Yeah. God. Alright. Cool. Alright, so there's that. Where are you? You are Area 1. Okay, cool. Area 04. Area 01, Room 04. That's where this plaque is. It's going to be in the shell. Right there. Cool. Make it static. Yes, ma'am. Save that. We're gonna go ahead and spin her around. Very cool. Alright. Alright, so you have 2 plaques. Update that. Okay. Cool. I really hate how it does that. It's really bugging me. Boop, 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 boop. I guess I'll just see if this will actually change anything. Go ahead and export that. I just want to see. This plaque meshes defaults. Let's show this in Explorer. Copy. Paste directly in. It's even worse. Yeah, that's even worse, so I gotta... Just watch me struggle. That's pretty much all this stream is going to be, is just watching Anthony struggle. So that's at least straight there. I mean, guess what we'll do? We can't even hide it. Terrible. I mean, I could hide it with more detail, which I might do later. But that's enough to kind of get the point across. So you have these 2 rooms. I mean, the plaques don't really say anything, so they're really not going to help, but they will help to kind of focus on the detail for the room. Let's see, what else? What else? You're going to need a lot of mushrooms. Mushrooms, mushrooms. Alright, that's all static. What are you? Shrooms. Let's grab another shroom. Good. Ooh. Oh no. This. There we go. Like this. Like this. I want to put it like right in the corner. Yeah, I love like little extras like that. There we go. Super quick. It's hard to see that sometimes. There we go. Just like ooh. It's so hard to see that thing. There we go. Like that. Hide the dirt. That's pretty cool. There we go. Got mushrooms there. Pretty nice. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Go and save. Cool. Alright. Making good headway here. Pretty much getting done exactly what I wanted to get done. Okay. Are these all static? Cool. Just make sure they're all static. Okay, because they're not moving. They're not actually physically moving. So that's good. You should be static, static, static. Awesome. Yeah, these webs are great. These webs are super awesome, man. Maybe we'll have the ability to collect them too, maybe get some string from them. Let's add a key here. Cool. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Let's make this gold real quick. That's not good. Yeah, this is kind of all wrong here. Okay, that's what we want. Then we want to destroy that entire thing. I'm glad I saw this. Okay, so key silver, get rid of you. So key here. Awesome. Okay, and then remove, not you. Get rid of you. Alright, we have this. Okay, here we go. That's much better. Okay, and then key. We're going to have to change the copper ones too. Damn. Materials. Gold. Key gold. Message. Bring the yellow. Very nice. Okay. And items. Key gold. Just like that. Delete that one. So you have silver, gold. Alright, and copper is going to be there as well. So we'll get rid of this, just because we just wanted to use that to make the prefab. Alright, then we gotta redo these bronze. Or copper, rather. Alright. Keep copper. Take this, put it aside. Take it out here, get rid of that. There we go, key copper. And then we're going to take this, get rid of it. Boop. Key copper is right here. There you go. And we're going to move this out of here. Yep. Here it is. We're going to move that. And key copper. Just like that. Cool. There you go. Very cool. But it has to go here. Electricables. There we go. Cool. Brilliant. Okay. Just to double check. Alright, cool. Alright, so those are actually done properly. Let's make sure everything else is as well, because I might have messed these up. Sword rusts. So the skulls, I think, I have way too many bone types, because there's really no reason for them. So I'll probably change those around. Okay, so we have those. I want to put a copper key down here. I love hidden stuff. Love it. Wait, I just applied that. Let's see if I messed these up. No. Okay, good. Cool. Very cool. I see the copper key there. We don't want the entrance. We don't want room 3, we want doors, we don't want that little collectibles. There you go. They're all going to be static. Okay. This stack as well? Cool. Okay, so the bronze key, we'll put a chest here somewhere. This is going to lead to the. That's what I like. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, so what we're going to do here now is we're going to start adding in. This is going to be area 2. That's what we're going to do. Okay. Hey, babe.
Did you make coffee?
I have a little bit here. It's ice cold. I didn't make it.
Oh, I don't want this.
Alright, it's from, it's from last night. I didn't have time.
Okay.
Sorry, I just have a little bit of cold left. I'll make it tomorrow morning. No, I don't know how my timing is. What my timing is.
Okay.
How you doing?
Good. I don't have much to leave.
It's okay. I just want to say bye to you because I love you so much.
Oh.
I'll follow you out. What? Bye, bud. Huh? Yeah, sure, go ahead. Yeah, absolutely. Looks like a nice day. There. Alright, love you, Beans. Alright, I'm back. I am back. Sorry for walking away. Alright, cool. So we're actually getting somewhere here. So what we want to do here is we're going to add. Alright, so you come down here. So here's the overall map. Alright, so you enter, go down the hallway. You you kind of get the feel for the dungeon itself. I do want to sprinkle it with some more narrative. Like, this is an ancient dungeon. There used to be guards guarding the king, but they're all dead now. You got their bones and everything there. So then one wing is going to go out. This don't mind down here the dirt. But one wing is going to go and move to the guard room where all the guards live, and then the other room is going to actually go over and curl around and lead down to the dungeons, which will have a kind of a different a different look to them, a different set. So you have two wings, and then you get the keys from there, and then you come back up and you enter the throne room. The throne room is going to have the dead king inside. Let me tell you a little bit about the narrative. He'll be dead, but he'll be talking to you, and that's where you'll get the spell, the first spell book. But all around is going to be laden with traps. It's great and empty. We're going to call it, this is going to actually be area 02, right? Move this over here. And then we're going to start peppering it with things. Let's go with, we had whole rooms here. Mundane. Nope, I don't want that. I want this other. So we have area 02 for no one. Just like that, we're going to go ahead and break the prefab instance because we're going to make some changes to this. One thing we do also want to add is I want to start adding, I want different ceilings here. I don't want to do that right now, but I'm going to put different, like new different ceilings in. I'll do that at the end with polish, the polish phase. It's okay for now though. Take a couple of these out. Let's take out this one, and let's take out this one. Okay. Hey, Deadlike. Welcome to the stream. Just building out a dungeon here. The Dungeon of Light, where your character, you as a player, get the light spell. But you have to traverse this dungeon first in order to get it. You have to meet, well, the dungeon, it's like an underground castle. You have to meet with the King of Light. He's long dead. But you have to meet with his spirit in order to gain access to the light spell, the spell of light. And then you have to take it back to your home, and you have to actually craft it using the materials that you find. You have to craft it using definitely these mushrooms. So you have to grind them up at the alchemy table and combine them with other material components that you find throughout the world in order to make the light spell. Alright, so I like that. Alright, so what I want to do is I also want to make, it's 7:45, I have 15 minutes. Do I have time to do this? I might not, guys. I think I messed that up. So what I want to do, I think, is take this tapestry. No, I like that. Move it over here. That's good. Move it down to here. So I think I have a button there. That's good. Yeah, I did this in reverse order. Okay, we got tapestries. Bum, 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 bum. You caught me at the tail end here. The game is an open world FPS adventure exploration game. What was this? A bone skull. I was wondering where that went. I'm glad I found that. Just floating out here in space. Goodbye. Oh my god, it's too early. Alright, so anyway, the idea is you have to traverse this dungeon. Again, the world is going to be open. Think Zelda, think Legend of Zelda, where the temples are just scattered throughout the world. And you can enter them at any time, right? Like you can start up the game, and if you have played it before and you know where like the 6th temple is, right, or the water temple is, like you can enter them. You can just straight up go there as like a low level, like nobody, and you can attempt to traverse and enter. And so like that's the kind of feeling, that's the kind of game flow system that's going to happen. So the world is big and open. You can go anywhere you want at any time. But there will be challenges involved in them. Like, so we're going to have a weather system. We have a day-night cycle getting ready. We have an inventory system already set up. Pardon. So here we go. This is. I have to increase the clipping distance. But you basically you get the gist. The hand will be animated. They'll have different spell models on it. You can pick up mushrooms. So we have a gathering system already implemented. We have an inventory system implemented, so there's the mushroom I just picked up. You can mash and shroom paste at the alchemy table. We have seeker walls. We have a health system and a mana system. A little bit of healing. What? Oh, because it didn't revert. Okay, walk with a copper padlock. Pick up some more. Grab a copper key. What? That sounds right. Oh, I didn't add the sound to it. Right. Oof. You can grab seeds because there will be a planting, like a gardening system involved. We're going to get that up and running in the next couple of weeks, maybe. We'll see. Let's grab some more. Okay, cool. Alright, so that one works. Yeah, the other one just doesn't have the sound system on it. Grab some more seeds. Blueberry seeds, strawberry seeds. Seeds for a strawberry bush, seeds for a blueberry bush. You'll grow your own strawberries and blueberries. Strawberries give you health, blueberries give you mana. You grab them and you mash them into paste, you create a bunch of them and you put them together and you make a potion. Excuse me, and those potions will be for you, and for you alone. You can carry them, you can use them from your inventory, instantly regain health or mana. Mushroom, we have copper keys, which I just used all of.
Use one of magic. Take the candle and proceed to the throne room.
Pick up the candle. Proceed to the Dungeon of Light. Whoop. You're good. And here, this hallway is long and boring. I'm going to add a lot more to it. I just want to have more ambiance. I want there. I want to pack value into every square inch of this place. I think we're running at, yeah, we're running between 75 and like 95 frames per second. We want to keep that like as consistent as we can. Oh. And there will be events that happen all the time. We're constantly scripting new events. I can go down there if I want it, but I don't want to. I want to go over here and test out this new area I just built. Get that. Grab some mushrooms, grab some bones. See, now we're adding all this ambiance. Grab a ham bone. So right now we have the bones all actually bones, like the individual bones of the body. I'll probably end up changing that around just so you just collect all the bones and they just bring up one bone. Because I'm not really sure. I mean, we can give more. Basically, you crush them into bone powder. There's a spell component right there. I want to make the particles a bit smaller. Find the keys of light. I can't even pick that up. Probably go in there and change that. Damn, I'm glad I tested that out. Okay, so I got a silver key that was hanging. I can go through one of these two doors, that one or that one. I'm going to test out this room I just built because I have 9 minutes left before I have to quit the stream and head to work for the day. Let's see. Oh no. Oh, come on. Let me see. There's area 2 system door tapestries and the shell is okay. Secret button. Oh. Oh no, don't tell me I did that. Arg. I think I messed up that prefab by updating something. Collision button is what I want. Grab this collision button, bring it out. So lame. This is totally my bad. I mean, all of this is my bad, which is good and bad. And then we're going to go, where are you? 0, 0, 0. Follow it all the way down. There we go. Alright. Right there. That's pretty good. So this collision button is going to power the rest of everything. Secret button. Boop. Effects. Secret button. Wall. Effects. Secret wall. Let's try this again. Forget that. What we'll do is we'll grab the FPS controller himself. That was pretty funny. Alright, cool. You still chilling with me? Whoo! Let's make this a good day. Okay, that's the way I came in. Grab this key. Go through the door. Unlock the silver key. Let's check this out. Come on, baby. Alright, okay. 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 The only off thing is that it moved on the wrong axis. So collision button ecosphere is all rocks. Collision button moved it on the wrong axis. Secret button is you. We want to move on the Z axis. Collision button. So the X. Whoops, one time use. 0. Shit, was that 0.15? Alright, let's see if it moves on the correct axis this time. Come on, baby, come on, baby. Do it. Oh, need my key. Notice how, it's not dark or anything because you have to move through the actual triggers in the beginning. I just sped right through it and dropped this dude in. Nice. Nice. Very cool. Okay, so we have that. That works pretty well. Awesome. And then we're gonna have a secret area here. Very cool. Okay, and then I want to put one over here as well. Oh, is that the wrong color? So there's one there. Do we have one there? I think this is all one wall. This is all one wall. One giant wall. And then another thing we can do too is just have entire walls fall away, the same way that other floor fell away. We can add those to it, just kind of blow it out, and you have an entire cave system in there. Which, yeah, we'll probably do that. So stuff like that's a lot of fun. Dum 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 dum. Alright, so 7:56, I have a couple minutes here. There's so much more. If I had another hour, I would make crates and barrels. I would put those in, be able to move them, not move them, but click on them so they open up, and then you have stuff inside of them. More seeds, old rusted swords. Again, the idea here is to collect things. Right, so we're bringing a little bit of Fallout into it. Fallout 4. Fallout. It's my Pittsburghese. Bringing a lot of that into it. Bringing a lot of Skyrim into it. You collect them. I really love. I have so much fun with the idea of finding things, collecting them. They all kind of tell a story. But then you can mash them into just base components that you need. But the one thing I think Fallout doesn't do, aside from having like a really, really good story, I think a lot of people love the story, blah blah blah. It's hit or miss for me. It's not like Fallout 3 was, which was amazing. But is in between. So you collect things, and then you just take them back to your base, and then you build things. But I like the idea of actually having to mash. We have a mini game that we've already worked on in a previous project. We're importing into this one, but it's basically a mini game of Well, I won't give it away, but it's the way that you actually smash these things into the paste that you need. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're going to be working on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take these two walls. Let's see, what am I looking at here? So we have a wall here. Where's the wall rock? So we don't need that. So we want this, and this, and this, and there's another wall here that we need. This. Is that everything? And those are the walls. Okay, those are what we need. So we need all of these walls. Actually, let me grab this. Okay, cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these out completely. Delete. We're going to take this out. And we'll leave that in just so we know how to space this out. Wall underscore secret. So this one's going to have 2 secret areas, which I love so much. Okay, we're going to grab those. Like I said, that's good. We're going to duplicate those. Boop, boop. We're going to move them down to here, and we're going to spin them around, baby. Whoa, that did not work at all. Move them out here. Is that everything? That's all 3. Right? It's all 3? Ah, I see what it's doing. Alright, let's do... Whoops. Wall 02. Okay, now I should be able to just grab this wall 02, spin her around. There we go. Bring it down. Oh yes, there you are. There you are. Now we go inside. Okay, it's 8 o'clock. I'm gonna have to be quitting. Alright, and then we basically just maneuver it so it looks good. So it's well. There we go. Alright, and then we are going to, so we have, let's do wall 1 and wall 2, because I really like that idea. Boom, 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 boom. So you, what else? You are in wall 01, and then you are in wall 01. Cool. So wall 01 should be all that, awesome. And then wall 02 should be all of, oops, that. Oh, yeah. What are you? Your wall, your bounds wall 02. Bounds wall 02. Alright, let's double check this real quick. Real quick. And then I gotta quit out. Oh yeah, we need a key. Oh yeah, we need the key. God, this is so fun. Alright, grab the mushroom. So yeah, you have a key, a silver key. Unlocks any silver lock. Or you can crush the silver lock or the silver key into silver powder at the alchemy table. Why would you do that? Stay tuned. It might be a spell. Okay, let's make sure this opens. Let's also make sure we can walk through it. There's no collision box. Let's make sure that we can't walk through this. Awesome. Let's check this. Gonna have to reverse that z-axis to minus 0.5, 0.15. Awesome. So now we'll go to wall 02. We will go wall secret. The collision button is going to move this to minus 0.15. Go ahead and save that. And now it should press the stone in. Cool. Let's just, one more time, make sure. So we're doing our own QA also because we obviously don't have the funds the funds necessary to hire a QA team. So it's all on us, baby. Just two of us. I do level design. I do level design. Over half of the game design. My brother does the other half, particularly with the undergirding, the infrastructure of the coding. So I do game design, level design, and art, right? So and then my brother does all of the coding, 100% of the coding. He's going to do shader coding last, but right now we're doing all the systems. He implemented all this cool stuff. He implemented ups and like moving up and moving the object on all axes, rotating them, turning them on and off. He's implementing sound systems. He has implemented the inventory. He implemented all the spell systems. He's just brilliant. I can't praise him enough. He is absolutely brilliant. So we're working together to make Spell Venture. You have a home base. I don't think I said that already, but you do have a home base. Your home is a home. You will alternate between real and fantasy worlds. Your home is going to be the real world, but then you'll go to sleep in a bed, wake up, and you'll be in the fantasy world. Your house will be a fantasy house, and then that is where you go and explore the world. And the narrative takes place in between those two worlds. We're still fleshing that out, still building it, making sure it not only makes sense, but is also impactful. Everything that we make, we want to be valuable to the person playing the game, and as well as ourselves. So that's it. Thank you so much for joining. I'm going to go ahead and move this dude paste component values, so he should be back here. That's crappy. We're going to move him way over here. So yeah, so thank you so much for joining me. This has been a pleasure at 7 a.m. I'm going to do this every single day. Be sure to join me tomorrow morning. We're going to be doing the same thing. I'll likely do more work this evening, but I probably won't stream it. We'll see. But yeah, there's always something new to do. Tomorrow I want to work, definitely going to work on barrels and crates, and we're going to get those implemented. We'll probably fill them with cool stuff, and then we'll start littering everything here with more ambiance, like more skulls and bones. Again, this is the hallway to the guard room, the guard's barracks, so we'll see what happens there. So stay tuned. Thank you so much for joining me, and have a very good Monday if you are not already having one. Ta-ta!